It's the weekend here at Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, June 16th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. They like to say in bodybuilding that shows are either won or lost from the back. And apparently, that old adage holds true for men's physique as well these days. Late Wednesday evening, some new video leaked out of the current reigning and defending three-time men's physique Olympia champ Jeremy Buendia, completely crushing his latest back session as he prepares to show the rest of the division what being lights out from the back really looks like. Every year we try to invent some narrative about a potential threat to the throne. But right now the facts say that Buendia is as dominant as any champion in any division. And if this guy's pulling out all the stops like this already, I honestly don't think we have another athlete in the division good enough to unseat him. Whenever I get into discussions about this year's rookie class in bodybuilding, a few names always come to mind. And Luke Sandoe is definitely one of them. Since he started his season off strong with that rock-solid performance back at the Arnold, the UK Nightmare has somehow managed to keep a relatively low profile. However, late last week we saw a handful of sneak peek progress photos leaked from sources inside of Sandoe camp, sparking rumors that the big man might be somewhere around 4 weeks out from bringing his talents back to a pro stage. When he stands alone, this guy looks to be as big and thick as any rookie we've seen in recent memory. And as long as he keeps focusing on nailing down the details, I think he has a legitimate shot to compete for a top 3 finish in whatever lineup he ultimately ends up in. Heading into this year's Women's Physique Olympia, we've got a couple of wild cards in the deck who have the potential to really make things interesting. And one of them just so happens to be 2017 Charlotte Europa Pro winner Sheronica Henton. Some recent training footage shows an incredibly focused-looking Henton starting to chip away bit by bit during phase 1 of her contest prep as she tries to build on some of the momentum she's established so far this season. Henton in her 6th place performance turned out to be one of the more interesting storylines coming out of last year's Olympia. And when you look at the level of improvement that she's made over the last 12 months, it feels like she has the potential to possibly climb as high as the top 3 and really establish herself as one of the premier athletes in the division. Even if you don't know much about wolves, you probably already know that the pack is always led by one alpha male, who's just a little bit bigger and meaner and nastier than everyone else. And right now it doesn't look like there are too many guys on the planet who can out-alpha the one and only Big Ramy. Over the last few weeks, a handful of progress photos have been filtering out of the world-famous Oxygen Gym that show the big man looking like he's going to be right on schedule to come in and wreak havoc all over the Olympia stage about 3.5 months from now. Sooner or later, it feels like Ramy is going to reach a tipping point with his physique where he's able to come in and just completely overwhelm anything and everyone in his path. And if what we saw from him during his post-Olympia run last year was any indication of what might be on deck, that tipping point moment might be here a whole lot sooner than people might think. Coming out of the New York Pro, all the buzz surrounded the emphatic beginning to Chapter 1 of the Sergio Oliva Jr. era, and rightfully so. But Sergio wasn't the only rookie who made headlines with a top 5 finish. Fellow rookie Luis Rodriguez also put together a truly brilliant pro debut in his own right. A few days ago, Rodriguez released a handful of new progress photos on his Instagram with the caption, quote, 3 weeks out, letting his fans know that round 2 of the Rodriguez experience is apparently on its way. To his credit, Rodriguez really looks like he's been working his butt off these last few weeks and seems like he's on pace to put out another really rock-solid performance. And if this kid can keep bringing this sort of bulldog mentality with him everywhere he goes, I think he's got a shot to be a really special talent a few years down the line.